I was taking a bath this morning when I put in some soap to make some bubbles, when I realised it wasn't soap I was using, but gravy granules, and that got me thinking. The update that everybody got who plays on Steam Experimental was in fact a decoy. It was only 80 megabytes long, and Echoes is still to come. So let's get into today's video because we're going to talk about that as well as some other things. Now, just whilst I do have your attention very quickly, can I just ask that if by the end of today's video I have earned your subscription, then please hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to leave a like on the video. It not only helps me out, but it also helps out the community by getting this information further out there. Okay, so the first topic today is the update was a decoy. So what I mean by that is over on SteamDB, a lot of people got very excited because the Steam Experimental branch got updated for No Man's Sky, as well as the internal branch. Now, funnily enough, the experimental branch was actually the better patch out of the two, as it was a higher value of number, which means the experimental version was the latest patch to come out. Now, a lot of people thought, including myself, that this could actually be an early sneak peek at Echoes, and everybody rushed to download it. However, it was only 80 megabytes long, and through some testing of my own, I can also confirm that Echoes was not included in that release. So it makes me wonder if they are trying to patch out No Man's Sky prior to the full launch of Echoes on all platforms. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. So then that leaves the question, when could Echoes be fully released? Now, if we look back at previous updates, the major ones, we know that there's always some sort of an emoji or indication that there is going to be an update, usually prior to the weekend. And the way that they've done Echoes a little bit different, but it still falls in line with what they usually do. Now, if we take that as gospel, we can assume that it should be coming out on a Wednesday. That seems to be when they like to launch big updates. Middle of the week, Wednesday, it would make sense. But it could come sooner than that. And what makes me think it could come sooner than even that is that Starfield is coming into play, one of the most anticipated games of this year. And right now, Starfield is currently out in the wild for those with early access beta keys. Now, for those who pre-ordered it, you can also play it on the 1st of September. So it would make sense for Hello Games to want to get out the latest and greatest before that happens, to try and retain as many people as possible. Now, the next thing on my mind, and it's probably on a lot of people's too, is what could actually this update be all about? What's included? What's new? Now, for me, looking at the evidence that we already have, we know that there's new jetpack trails coming, which is always a very nice start. We know from data leaks that there's going to be a new space station type B, or procedurally generated space stations. Whether or not, and this is this disclaimer, whether or not that will actually be included in this update remains to be seen, because no other information has ever come out about it. But if they did do that for the 7th anniversary, then that would be amazing. And we also know that lore in No Man's Sky and actual missions is being scripted right now into the game. Now, that could come in the process of expeditions or for actual storyline quests. And the reason I say that is because we've got the new constructs, or the one especially in the anomaly right now, with the helmets to match. And if you put on one color helmet, so you put on the crimson helmet, it will give you a different text if you put on the Atlantean helmet, or the blue, or the purple helmet, or whatever it is you want to call it color wise. If you go and speak to the construct, it will actually give you different dialogue depending on what helmet that you use, which then leads to the whole speculation side of things going, well, you know, there's going to be some sort of mission progression story, some extra lore coming into the game. So it looks like the team is planning something very big with Echoes. That I am more than convinced about. How big remains to be seen. Again, we don't have all the details until it does come out. but let me know your thoughts about what could be in this update in the comment section down below. Now, this update could be one of two things. It could be absolutely amazing, mind-blowing, or it could be a total flop. Now, I'm hoping it's not the latter. Now, going off the evidence, like I said, with the procedural space stations, the new jetpack trails, the new lure that seems to be coming out, it does show a lot of potential. So Echoes could be one of the biggest updates of No Man's Sky, especially with it being the 7th anniversary update. So a lot of high expectations for myself, but as always, like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. Anyway guys, that is everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.